Welcome to the 181st installment of Tell Em Alejandro, your number one place for sports, cars, video games, fitness. If you're a man, you're here. Mr. Alejandro's about to tell him.
What you about to tell him, Alejandro?
I'm about to tell him about my 2017 NBA second round playoff predictions.
Tell him, Alejandro!
T.A. Drinker's predictions looking good, baby. Finessing with accuracy. Abracadabra is magically. Your boy Mr. Alejandro is out here saucing in Austin, son, because all my predictions came true, except for two. We got the Clippers, who just lost to the Jazz in 7 games. I predicted 7 games, but I thought the Clippers would win. Shout out to my man, Peezy, my Neezy. This is probably going to be his last game. P-Dub, Paul Pierce. I was a big fan of Paul Pierce's growing up, man. He used to fight my New Jersey Nets mad times back in the day, and it's sad to see him go. Best of luck for the future. And in general, the playoffs have been popping thus far. We got head coach David Fizdale talking about take that for data, this, that, and the third. Have you seen a wifey, though? Ooh la la. We got my man Robin Lopez out here untying shoes. Absolutely love this move. You need this move in your arsenal, people. If you are a true goon, you are prepared to untie the opposing player's shoelaces at any given time. You also gotta have that beastie smack like my man's Brooklyn's finest, Lance Stephenson. You never know when you gotta touch somebody in their mouth and get them upset. And then, of course, not make eye contact with them. So when the referee's looking, all he sees is the other guy's reaction. Or you also never know when you gotta smack yourself to try and get that foul and pretend as if the other guy hit you. You gotta have these crafty moves in your arsenal to always trick and confuse the referee. Because if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And all these players are out here pretending to shoot anyway once they hear the whistle, acting like, oh ref, I got fouled. So I completely support all of these crafty moves. Now let's get into these playoff predictions. We starting on the Eastern Conference, baby. The Boston Celtics, the 1 seed, versus the Washington Wizards. I'm picking the Washington Wizards to win this series in 6 games. Game 1 happened today. The Celtics came back down 16-0, and they fought hard, got the W. So the Celtics are currently up 1-0. However, I felt like the Wizards would win this series before watching this game. I can't cheat and all of a sudden change my prediction. I'm sticking with it, baby. Wizards in 6, potentially a 7-game series, because I do believe in the C's. However, when you have the best point guard in the Eastern Conference, Weezy, my Neezy, aka John Wall, I feel like you always have a chance. I like the squad that the Wizards have this season. I feel like they are a threat to the Cleveland Cavaliers, who's the Eastern Conference favorite. And I really feel like Weezy, my Neezy, is ready to take that next step. A lot of cats are slurping up my man's my favorite player, the Energizer Bunny, WestBreezy. A lot of cats are slurping up Stephen Curry. It's time to slurp up Weezy, my Neezy. He's a monster. IT, Isaiah Thomas. Now we got the Cleveland Cavaliers, aka LeBron and friends, versus the Toronto Raptors. Toronto, y'all already know what it is. Every year, y'all know y'all can't beat LeBron, and this year is no different. LeBron's gonna murder y'all. However, I'm showing respect. I'm showing love. This is gonna be a 6-game series, baby. Most people are gonna say that Cleveland will sweep Toronto. However, I don't like how Cleveland is playing defensively. Even if you look at last series when they defeated the Indiana Pacers, they gave up over 100 points in all 4 games in that 4-game sweep. Come on. Cleveland finished the regular season playing crappy defense, and they still playing defense that reminds me of grade A Basuda. So right now is the perfect time for Toronto to strike against Cleveland. And I think Toronto can get at least 1 game. So this is at least a 5-game series. I can see it going 6 just because I'm showing love to the Raptors. However, if LeBron does sweep the Raptors this year, I'm letting y'all know, Toronto, y'all need to add another piece. Blake Griffin will be a free agent. I think he'd be a great addition. Or it's time to break the team up. Y'all can't get swept. Step it up, Toronto.
Step it up, son.
Next up, we got a quick one, baby. The Golden State Warriors are going against the Utah Jazz. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-game sweep. Next, we have the San Antonio Spurs versus the Houston Rockets. This is going to be an amazing series. I'm picking the San Antonio Spurs to win this series in 6 games, baby. The battle of the 2 Texas teams. Let's go, baby. Dusty Beard versus the second best player in the NBA today, Kawheezi, my Neezy, aka Kawhi Leonard. One of the freshest goon beards in the league and super fresh braids. This is important that he has fresh braids. Why? I'm going to tell you why. Kawhi. Back in the day, we used to cut Kawhi Leonard's butt when his braids was looking dusty and beat up and ashy. Now them braids is looking crisp. He still don't got that much hand time on the braids, but he got just enough hand time to put in that work with them off the dribbies and them post middies. So I'm picking the Spurs to win this series in 6 games. Houston's gonna fight. Y'all already know I love the Chiraq Savage. Patrick Beverley, one of the best goon defenders in the NBA. WestBreezy's nemesis, okay? He's going to put in twerk this series. And Houston is very prolific from the 3-point line. However, ultimately, at the end of the day, San Antonio forces teams to play at their pace. If this game goes fast tempo, transition, then the Rockets will have an advantage. But the Spurs are mad crafty. The Spurs are very technical. They're going to slow the game down like James Brown. And they're going to get the job done, son. Trust me. There you have it, folks. Mr. Alejandro's 2017 NBA second round playoff predictions. Y'all already know my predictions usually are awful. So far, first round, I'm looking Gucci, baby. However, can I keep up the hot streak, or will I start melting like I always do? TA drinkers, I know what you gotta do. Tell them in the comments. Tonight's bow tie is orange. My bow tie's fresh. It's always looking mean. Margaritas, baby. I don't sip lean. Tune in for more sports, cars, video games, fitness, and all that. Follow at Em Alejandro to hear my immediate reaction to live sports events. Or if you want to hear me cover a certain team or topic, tell them. Outro music. Get it. Bow, bow, bow. Hey. Did you see my mans, John Weezy, my Neezy, close out the Atlanta Hawks and let Big Swizzop and Julio Hornets and Quavo from the Migos know I'm doing it for the culture, baby. NFL draft. First 2 rounds, I think the Cleveland Browns won. I like a lot of the stuff they did. Jets, okay. Giants, yeah. Let's get it. T-E-A. Woo. T-E-A. T-E-A. Yeah. T-E-A. A-A-N-B-A. Playoffs.
Weezy, my Neezy.